What's the most ridiculous lie you told that actually turned out to be true? I was 17 when my friend Jake set me up with this guy named Lucas. Jake kept insisting he was perfect for me, but something felt off from the start. Lucas seemed nice enough over text, but he was way too eager, like scary eager. Within an hour of getting my number, he followed me on every social media platform I had. Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, even my old Pinterest account I forgot existed. He started liking photos from 2 years ago and commenting heart eyes on everything. The texts never stopped either. Good morning, beautiful. What are you wearing? Send me a selfie. I hadn't even met him yet and he was already talking about taking me to his cousin's wedding next month. When Jake asked if I wanted to go on a double date with them, I panicked. I didn't want to seem mean or judgmental, but every instinct I had was screaming no. So instead of just being honest, I made up the most dramatic excuse I could think of. I told Jake I couldn't date anyone right now because I was dealing with a stalker situation. I figured it would make me completely untouchable, and Jake would drop the whole thing without asking questions. It worked perfectly. Jake immediately apologized and said he had no idea I was going through something so serious. He promised to tell Lucas I wasn't available, and that was the end of it, or so I thought. About a week later, weird stuff started happening. At first it was small things that didn't seem connected. I'd wake up to notifications that someone tried to reset my Instagram password at 3 in the morning. My bedroom window screen was half popped out one day when I got home from school, even though it was perfectly fine when I left. Then I started noticing the same car parked across from my house. It was this beat-up Honda with tinted windows that I'd never seen in our neighborhood before. Whenever I looked directly at it or stepped outside, it would drive away immediately. My parents thought I was being paranoid until my dog started going crazy one night. Rex never barked unless something was actually wrong, but at 3 in the morning, he was losing his mind at the front door. My dad grabbed a flashlight and went to check the porch. He found a note taped to our door that said, "You're even prettier in person," in messy handwriting. That's when I completely froze. I hadn't told anyone about my fake stalker story except Jake, but now it was actually happening. My parents called the police immediately. They took the note and started a report, but said there wasn't much they could do without more evidence. They told us to install security cameras and document everything. The next few days were terrifying. The password reset attempts kept coming. Someone tried to friend request me on Facebook from a blank profile. I found cigarette butts in our backyard even though nobody in my family smoked. Finally, my dad decided to confront Jake about Lucas. When Jake heard what was happening, he went completely pale. He admitted that Lucas had been asking him weird questions about me all week. Where I lived, what school I went to, if I walked home alone. Jake felt terrible and gave my dad Lucas's full name and address. When the police looked him up, they found he'd been reported twice before for harassment. Both times the charges didn't stick because the girls were too scared to follow through. When they brought Lucas in for questioning, he denied everything at first. But then they showed him the security footage of him walking up to our porch at 3 in the morning. His story fell apart completely. Turns out he'd been following me for weeks.